I was on the train yesterday traveling up to university as I had an important exam. I was super stressed out just trying to do my flashcards on my phone. I was sitting at a four-seater, really quiet train, when this woman with a large buggy sits right across from me, effectively shutting me in. I thought it was weird because she knew I would have no space if she sat there. Obviously, I had practically no space but only had 30 minutes of my journey left, so I just smiled at the toddler and kept doing my flashcards. Here's where I may be the asshole. The toddler kept moving about on the seats and screaming when I was just trying to focus. I even had my earphones in to try and block the noise so I could study. I, without even thinking about it, let out a sigh. I didn't even mean it. The mum looked at me and asked if I was bothering her. I said no, I'm just trying to focus. She then said I was strange for not even entertaining her child for the journey. I didn't even say hello to him or anything. I could have gave her a break. I was shocked by this because why am I, a stranger, meant to entertain your child? Just because you sat right next to me and blocked me in on a quiet train? It was so weird of her. I just nodded and went back to what I was doing because I had other things on my mind. My friend and I planned a trip in November to Hawaii with our younger kids. Initially, we asked her oldest daughter, who was 17, if she wanted to go, but she said no. Fast forward to February when we decided to buy the plane tickets. We asked her daughter again, and she said she would like to go. My friend asked if I could pay for half of her ticket, and I agreed since the daughter said she'd babysit for one night so we could go out alone. Our trip is in 4 days, and today her daughter said she no longer wants to go because she doesn't want to miss school. When I heard this, I asked for my half of her ticket cost back since she's no longer going, and the reason I paid was for the night out. Now my friend is upset, saying I shouldn't expect to get anything back. I explained that if she chooses not to go, that's fine. It's her choice, but I do expect to get back the money I paid for her trip. A lot of people are calling me the saying I should be more understanding. Honestly, I would have been if this had been discussed earlier and if we hadn't asked her before buying the tickets if she wanted to go. My kid's birthday party is this weekend. This mom had already RSVP'd yes that her kid would attend. I got a text 3 nights ago asking if I could change the date of the party because he now has soccer game he has to play in. He's 10 years old, definitely not D1 or pro. Sure, I'm going to call all the other parents and the party venue to adjust to your schedule. Happened about 18 years ago. I was running a small part-time IT service consulting company and had a gelato company as a client. They had an urgent server problem, so I pulled into their parking lot in my beat-up '93 Camry, went in, and got to work. While I was in the office working, their tow company shows up and asks if the Camry is a customer. The guy that let me in the back to work on the server said, "Nope, he's not a customer." While mixing stuff, I remember hearing him say that from the other room. After a few minutes, another employee comes in the office and tells me that my car is being towed. Of course, I head out back to see my car on the truck and let the driver know I'm working at the business. The driver looks at me and says, in 20 years he's never dropped a car on his truck without being paid, and it's not happening today, that will be $200. I said, "That's cool, just give me a printed receipt so I can bill the owner of the business the invoice amount plus $100 in materials markup and $60 for the time I've spent dealing with you. This will make money for both of us today." Dude just glared at me while he dropped my car, then got in his truck and hauled ass. Hiya. So context. My husband has a group of friends who are together since school. I moved to his country for work study and come from a different culture. We welcomed our lovely baby girl and are lucky to be in a country where parents can take a good amount of off time. We decided to spend 2 months on my country so my mom could bond with the baby since she couldn't be here when my first was born, COVID. Coincidentally, a couple we know was returning from a trip around the world and needed to rent an apartment. It was a perfect match. They cover our rent, and we can be relaxed since they can look after our apartment and car. Well, once we returned, I noticed our kitchen was almost empty. I mean baking utensils, forks, knives, pans, cooking ingredients, casseroles, even utensils my mom brought from my home country for special meals were gone. I was furious. I still cannot believe how someone can do such a thing. She replaced one of 2 frying pans, and that was it. We still have a few pans, but specialty items to cook and bake different things are gone. My husband allegedly talked to the friend, let's call her Sarah. Sarah acted like she did a favor. Once she realized we were not happy, she argued only those she could not make clean enough were thrown away. I say allegedly because my husband tends to diminish the issue to not cause waves. I demanded she replaces every single thing. My husband is begging me to let it go, not to lose a long friendship. I feel like I am in crazy town. I mean, who does it? Especially without talking to the owners of the house. If you don't know what something is for, why throw it away? I cannot wrap my head around it. Am I the AH and she was just doing a favor, or am I being gaslit to high heaven?